Nike is one of the most successful companies in the world. It dominates the global sportswear market. Its logo is recognized everywhere. But Nike didn't win because of shoes. It won because it understood something most companies never do. To understand why this worked, we need to look deeper. Before Nike became Nike, the athletic footwear market already had leaders. Established European companies controlled production. They owned factories. They had decades of experience. They believed scale and engineering were the source of power. Nike entered this market with none of that. It didn't manufacture shoes. It didn't control supply chains. It didn't even position itself as a technology company. By traditional business logic, Nike had no advantage, but the real advantage wasn't obvious at first. At the time Nike was growing, the sportswear industry looked predictable. Large companies competed on efficiency, factories, logistics, and incremental improvements. The assumption was simple. Better engineering leads to better products, and better products automatically win. This logic worked until it didn't, because it ignored one critical variable: how people actually make decisions. This is where things started to change. Nike noticed something unusual. Customers rarely compared shoes the way companies expected them to. They didn't talk about cushioning systems or materials. They talked about moments: winning a game, pushing through pain, becoming someone better. Nike understood that performance mattered. But performance alone didn't create loyalty. From that point on, the company stopped competing normally. There was a gap between what companies sold and what customers wanted. Most brands sold equipment. Nike decided to sell belief. Not belief in the product. Belief in the person wearing it. This distinction was subtle, but it changed everything. The real insight appears when you zoom out. Nike stopped positioning itself as a manufacturer. It positioned itself as a companion to ambition. The company aligned itself with athletes. Not just champions, but strugglers. People who trained in silence. People no one applauded. Nike's message was clear. You don't need permission to start. Most people focused on the wrong thing. Competitors could copy designs. They could copy materials. They could even copy endorsements. What they couldn't copy was credibility. Nike didn't appear overnight. It built trust through consistency. Every campaign reinforced the same idea. Effort matters more than talent. At first glance, this seems simple. But the logic behind it was different. Over time, Nike stopped being evaluated like a normal brand. It became cultural infrastructure. People didn't ask whether Nike was the best shoe. They asked whether it represented who they wanted to be. That shift made competition irrelevant. This is why Nike didn't just survive. It dominated. Nike didn't win by optimizing a product. It won by understanding identity. When customers see a brand as part of their story, price becomes noise. And when belief replaces comparison, markets stop behaving rationally.